Hi and welcome to the Savvy Solos website. This video is intended to give you an overview of the main functions within the website. To log in, simply use this button at the top, the arrow going through the door. This will open up the login screen where you can log in using the credentials that you set up during the registration process. Once you've logged in, it will take you back to the website and will open up the dashboard. The dashboard is a great place to find out what's been going on the site recently. You can see on the right hand side here, you can see who's online at the moment. So a couple of people online, including myself. Then scrolling down, we can see that we can see the recent forum posts. So if you want to see what people have been adding to the forum, which I'll show you in a short while, this gives you shortcut links straight through to the forum so you can read the full articles. Again, further down, recent blog posts. So for everybody who's been adding blog posts, we get the most recent ones on here. Again, these are all links straight through to the blog posts. And then finally on this right hand side sidebar, we have the sign up to our emails section here. Which is where you need to enter your details to make sure you're on the Savvy Solo email list. This center section of the dashboard, this shows you've got a nice welcome there from Nicola to have a look through. But it also shows you things like the upcoming events with links straight through to book on those events. Any groups that have been set up that you may want to be a part of. Members, newest, active, and so on. So you can go straight through to their profiles. And also a nice little map here which you can expand and you can drill down to see which businesses are within which areas across the Savvy Solo network. Here on the left hand side we have the main menu system. So if we look at members, so if we want to see who all the members of Savvy Solos are, we click on this view all members. This takes us through to a page which shows us a full list of all the Savvy Solo members, where you can see links to their profile and information, their contact details, email address, phone numbers, location, and business type, which we'll come to later. That's quite important, as well as links to their own social media platforms. This add a friend is quite a useful one as well. If you want to build business relationships up with certain people or certain business types, using that will enable you to drill down on their information faster, especially when you're looking at recent activity. You can just look at your friends' recent activity. Just scrolling back up to the top, we can see we have some search facilities. So if you're looking for a particular member, you can just type in their name and click on search and it will take you straight through to that person. There's also an advanced search facility here. This allows you to search on different aspects of information. So if you know someone's email but don't know who it relates to, you can search on email, you can put in their name and so on. Now I mentioned business type. So if you want to look at all businesses within a particular business type area, this is where you can select. So if you choose, for example, food and drink and press filter, then it will bring up all the businesses within that category. So we can see here we've got Dan and we've got Ali, who are classified as food and drink. Okay, so if we go back to the members, this time the option is site-wide activity. So this is a place where we can go and see all the activity for all members that's been going on recently across the site. So we can scroll down there and we can see what people have been up to. Now this is where the My Friends option comes in useful. So if you want to just look at the activity for the people that you've befriended, then you can click on that button there and it just narrows it down just to show you those people. The last option there, mention, is anywhere where you've been mentioned, and I haven't been mentioned, so there's nothing showing up on that one. Okay, the last option under members is groups. Now, this is where you can set up groups of people, a bit like Friends, where you can set up groups of people for communication or for whatever purpose that you want. At the moment, there's only one group exists, the Savvy Solo member groups, but you can create your own group. Okay, the next section on the menu is probably one of the most important here because it's the event calendar. And this is where you can book onto and control the Savvy Solo events that you want to attend. So you can see when you go into the event calendar, it opens up a calendar and you can see from here what days the events are on. If you want to go forwards or backwards on the months, you can do that as well. One of the functions I find useful here is this list view. I find it easier just to see a brief summary of the event and the dates, and you can also see which ones, if they're past, you won't be able to book on them, but if they're still to come, this is where you can book onto the event just by clicking onto the book event button. Now if you have already booked on, it does tell you here you've already booked onto this event, so I'm already booked onto that one, so I can't book onto it. But if I go to an event that I haven't booked onto, let's try this one, you can see there that it allows me to book an event, and all I've got to do there is just click on send and it will allow me to book onto that event. And it'll give you a message saying booking saved successfully, and we can close that down. Okay, again we can go forwards and look at the other months and all the forthcoming events. Now the other option here was the My Events. Now this shows you the events that you're already booked onto, and it also gives you the option to cancel the event. So the one I just booked onto was the 30th of May, so I'm just going to cancel that because unfortunately I can't attend that one, and it'll just ask me to confirm that I want to cancel the booking. So I'll say yes, and it'll take me back to the screen. Now you can see here it tells me that it's been cancelled by user. It doesn't remove it from your list, so you can see the audit trail. The events that you're booked on will still have the cancel booking option on there. Moving down, we have the blog. Just clicking on the blog button will give you access to all of the blog pieces that have been submitted so far. It tells you when and who from, and also the categories. So if you're looking for particular categories, you can filter down using those. To see the full blog post, you just click on the Read More button. In the menu, they are separated as well. So if you're looking for a particular category, such as inspiration, click on that. That will filter down and just give you the blog pieces which have a category or tag of inspiration. Okay, this downloads one. This is the latest edition. This shows you all the blog pieces where there is a download attachment for you, so you can filter down quite easily. Nicola's going to be using that quite a lot. And there's another option where you can go directly to all downloads, which I'll show you in a second. Okay, coming down the menu items, you've got forum. This is a great way of keeping in touch with other Savvy Solo members. I'm sure most of you will have already seen online forums before, but basically they're separated down into topics, and it's basically ongoing discussions. So if you're interested in a particular discussion, you can just click on it. For example, website changes, which is where we're keeping track of all the changes that have been going on. And then this will show you all the posts that have been submitted connected with website changes. You can also subscribe at the top here. I've already subscribed to this one, but there's a subscribe button there which will allow you to be notified if any new posts or comments are added to this topic. If you want to add a comment of your own, just scroll down to the bottom and you can see here the section there for leaving a reply. Okay, you can also add an attached file. One useful function here is the ability to tag people into the comments. So if you wanted to tag me, for example, into this, so I'd be notified that there's been a new post made, you could just put in @RidgeTech and then put a test post, add the reply, and then I would receive a notification that there'd been a post submitted and I'd been tagged into that. Okay, I'm not going to do that for now. You can also see that under the posts, you can go in there, you can reply directly to a post, you can like a post, you can quote it, and if it's your post, you're able to edit it or delete that post as well. Just coming back to the top, we can see that we have a members tab. So I mentioned before that you're able to tag people into your posts. If you're not sure what their tag name is, this gives you a list of all the members of Savvy Solos, and you can see here the @ sign followed by the name. So in this case, @Simon Lowe Photo. If you wanted to tag Simon into your post, you would just put that tag name into your post. You can also use the search facilities here to search for a particular person if you're looking for them. We can also see recent posts. So if you don't want to go through the whole of the forums, but just want to see the recent activity, you can click on the recent posts. My profile just gives you your information. So it tells you what you've been up to, how many posts you've submitted, how many topics you've set up, and so on, blog posts. Your account details, it just summarizes your own details again. Activity, so it just tells you what if you want to see what you've put onto the forums, then the activity shows you your activity. And then also subscriptions, so you can manage what you're subscribed to. So you can see that I've subscribed to these areas, these topics and subjects. So if anything new gets added to any of those areas, I'll be notified by email. You can also unsubscribe if you don't want to receive those emails any longer. The forum's a great way to keep in touch though, and it's also a great way to have a record of discussions. The Facebook page is fantastic, but obviously the timeline gets quite full and conversations move on, so it's sometimes hard to keep track. With the forum, there's a good record there, and you can set up your own topics. So if we go back to the forums, if you want to add, let's set it Savvy Solos, if you want to add your own topic within Savvy Solos, please do so. Okay, just moving down the list, we go to Learn. Now I mentioned before about the download blog posts, so we've got a section here that's going to have all the links in there that are available for download. So this is the example Nicola's set up for Digital Communications Plan. So we have the blog post about Digital Communications Plan, and this is the attachment. So to go to a single place to find all the downloadable documents, this is where you go. Learn, download links. In the same way, to have a look at the videos that have been set up, you can go into Learn, see our videos, and you'll see similar to before blog posts, but when you click on the Read More button, you'll see the videos which you can just click on and watch in your own time. Okay, the bottom two options are fairly obvious. Contact us if you want to use the online contact form to get in touch with the Savvy Solos team, and the Be Social, we've got our links there for the social media for Savvy Solos. Okay, just moving across to the right hand side, if you want a bigger screen, you can use this button here to remove the sidebar or bring it back. Search facilities if you're searching for something in particular, and then we have our menu here which shows you different functions. So activity, you can look on that, you can see the activity that's been going on, anywhere you've been mentioned, anything you've set as a favourite, friends group, all the things we've talked about before. It's just a shortcut way of getting to those areas. Your profile, so if you need to edit your profile for any reason, this is where you would do it. So you can view your own profile, or we can edit. So let's click on edit there so we can see how that works. Okay, so edit profile. So this gives you a number of options. So the main base area gives you your core information, which you can change and update, and click on save to save that information. Social gives you access to the social media links. So if you want to change any of your social media links, this is where you would do that. And then this one, cover options. Now I mentioned business type, your business classification before. This is where you would change your business type if you needed to or wanted to. So just coming down under cover options, you can see there your business type. If you click on that, you can choose your own business type. If the area you want to appear in doesn't exist on the list, just let us know. We can add a new business type to meet your own classification. And when you've done that, don't forget to save your changes. Okay, so you get a message saying changes saved. You can also change your profile photo here if you want to. Okay, so you can select and update a new profile picture. You can also do this back from the main menu under profile as well, by clicking on the change profile photo. Okay, notifications. If you've had any notifications, so where you've been tagged or messaged, it's gone off there. It will be under there. This bell as well. If you have any notifications outstanding, there'll be a number beside the bell to say that you've got notifications outstanding. If anyone sent you a message, you've got your inbox, sent box, and so on, so you can message other members of the Savvy Solos team. Friends we've already talked about, if you want to see your friends' information or who they are. Groups we've mentioned. Settings, if you want to change your password, this would be where you would do that. So you can see down here is where you would change your password. Email, which was on the other menu as well, is where you can set your notifications. So if you're getting emails on different activities going on the website but you want to change them, you can change the settings here between yes send email and do not send email for different criteria. Okay, mine are all set to yes because I want to be notified if anybody mentions me or tags me into anything on the group. And then last but not least, we have the logout option for logging out of the website when you're finished. Okay, so that was quite a fast tour of the website. I hope you'll utilize it and have a play with it. You can't do any harm, so have a play, set up new things, try sending some messages. Please use the forum. It's a great way of keeping in touch with everybody and sharing information. Obviously, keep using the Facebook page as well. That's a great way of sharing good news stories. If you've got any recommendations or any improvements you'd like on the website, please let us know. Either contact Nicola or send a message through the forum. There's a website changes forum page, or contact me, Peter Surridge at Rich Tech. Thanks for listening. Bye.